Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and you just heard the great San Francisco Bay Area guitarist Jim Nunally doing a little playing on this very cool Martin Super D that I'm holding here. The Super D is a new guitar from Martin. It's part of their custom shop series, and I want to tell you a little bit more about it. If you're asking what is a Martin Super D, you're not alone. I had to look that up as well when I first saw this mentioned in a press release for new models for 2022. And of course, the answer is easy. It's a supersized dreadnought. Martin's most iconic instrument, of course. This is one size bigger. Basically, what they have done is they've proportionally increased the size of the guitar. The lower bout has a width of about 16 and 3/8 inches. And Martin says the internal air volume is about 20% larger than on a standard dreadnought. So that is fairly significant. And the guitar definitely feels bigger. It looks bigger. Just the case looks bigger for this instrument. And I think it's a very cool idea and certainly a very successful idea because this guitar really does sound great. So what this accomplishes, of course, is a lot more power. It's a very rich sounding, powerful guitar, a bit more volume as well, and just kind of a unique tonality that I think is completely different from any other Martin I've ever played. Now, Martin's never been particularly well known for their jumbo guitars, and until recently, the Martin Jumbo was really a deeper M size or quadruple-aught guitar, so not really what we think of as a typical jumbo guitar. Now, Martin did come out with the Grand Jumbo body shape a few years ago, which has been used for a few models here or there, and it is more of a traditional jumbo shape with the tight waist and I think a 17-inch lower bout. So it's a large guitar. But in a way, it makes sense for Martin to create a jumbo-sized guitar that is based on the dreadnought. And that's exactly what this is. And I think it just works super well. This guitar is built with a Sitka spruce top. They are available with either Koa or Guatemalan rosewood back and sides. We got the Koa version and it's totally gorgeous. It has a 3-piece back, so it's a little bit like a D35 that way. Martin's used that design on some other guitars over the years. Of course, means there are 2 beautiful back strips on the guitar, and I'm guessing that they chose to go with a 3-piece back simply because of the size of the guitar and sourcing wood that was wide enough for this. Just allowed them to choose higher quality materials by doing a 3-piece design on this. It also has a very nice appearance that way. Overall, fairly traditional, sort of 28 style appointments with a few little tweaks. The guitar has herringbone, but instead of just being a standard black and white herringbone, there's a little bit of kind of reddish brownish wood as part of the herringbone pattern in there. Very cool looking. Has a standard kind of 28 style black and white ring rosette. Fairly standard position markers in the fingerboard. And even though the body is, like we say, supersized, everything else is fairly standard dimensions. We have a regular 25.4-inch scale on this guitar. It's got Martin's familiar modern modified low oval neck shape with the high-performance taper that they've been using in a lot of these guitars. Open-geared Grover tuners on this guitar, and of course ebony fingerboard and bridge. I should mention that the neck is genuine mahogany on this, beautiful diamond on the back with a peg head here as well. I should mention that the top on this guitar is torrefied, so it's been sort of pre-aged by heat treatment on this guitar. And the guitar just has this amazing rich sound. You already heard Jim play it. I'm going to play some fingerstyle on it a little bit, and I have it tuned in open D tuning, and it's just massive sounding. And I was kind of surprised by how responsive the guitar is. Big jumbo guitars can sound amazingly powerful and loud and rich and everything if you hit them hard, which can be a great thing for certain players. But then some jumbos really don't work so well for playing fingerstyle just because you have to drive them so much. If they're built right, they can make wonderful fingerstyle guitars. And with this, I was actually surprised by how responsive it was and how nice of a complex tonality it produces with a fairly soft touch. So let me play a little bit in this rich sounding open D tuning. I actually, when I tuned it down, I had to make sure that I was actually in D and not further down. It just sounded so low to me that I had to double check, and yes, it was only D. So let me play a little bit and give you an opportunity to listen to the guitar played a little bit softer than what Jim was doing earlier. So I've been having a lot of fun playing fingerstyle on this guitar. I like a big, powerful guitar for playing fingerstyle as long as it's responsive enough. And this kind of fits the bill, and I could totally see using this in like a house concert or any kind of unamplified situation where I wanted a lot of power playing fingerstyle guitar. This, of course, is the Koa version of the guitar. Koa does tend to have a nicely balanced sound, a little bit more mahogany-like than like a rosewood type wood would be. It'd be interesting to hear the Guatemalan rosewood version of this guitar. Unfortunately, I don't have a second one of these here. But as it is, just a wonderful guitar and surprisingly versatile for such a big guitar. We're going to go out and listen to Jim Nunally play it a little bit more with a flat pick and driving it a little bit harder, and you can get a sense of what that is like. Definitely a fun guitar to check out. These are available from any Martin custom shop dealer, and yeah, I recommend you check one out if you're into a huge, big sounding guitar. This definitely fits the bill. My name is Teja Gerken. Please come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you very soon.